Hello students, today we will start with new topic, that is environmental issues of 12th class NCERT. That is the last chapter. In this we will read about pollution majorly and how those are controlled. Are there any amendments given for this control of pollution? So let's see definition of pollution as any undesirable change in physical, chemical and biological characteristics of natural resources. The substances that include or that cause pollution are called as pollutants. Natural resources include air, water, and soil. The substances that cause pollution are called pollutants. There are several types of pollutants that are acting in the original form. For example, carbon dioxide is there. If carbon dioxide is present more than 0.4% and it is not changing its form to carbon monoxide or any other substance, then such types of substances which are not changing their original forms and just behaving as pollutants are called as primary pollutants. But there are some types of acids like nitric acid, sulfuric acid, etc. Those are present liquid in form, but when we open the bottle in the laboratory, they are coming out of the bottle from the liquid form in the form of pungent fumes. So they are not behaving in their original form. They are getting spreaded into the atmosphere in gaseous form. Such substances which are causing pollution in other form other than their original form are called as secondary pollutants. And again, if any types of pollutant present more than their original quantity that has to be existed. For suppose CO2 you take. In the Earth's atmosphere, it is present in 0.04% approximately. If it is present more than that, then it can be considered as a pollutant, means based on the quantity. So, pollutants are of different types. Like primary pollutants, which behave in their original chemical form, and secondary pollutants which change their chemical form or change their physical and chemical form and then behave as pollutant. Some pollutants also behave as some pollutants, when present more in quantity, then behave as pollutants. Here we will write some substances. Here example for this we can take as CO2. Normally it's 0.04% in biosphere. Government of India has brought an act to protect the environment in the year 1986. Name of the act is Environment Protection Act. We consider World Environment Day as June 5th. Next, first coming to air pollution. Here we will see some of the pollutants also simultaneously, knowing about how they are behaving as the pollutants. We have many examples like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, SO2 sulfur dioxide. Next, SPM. This full form is suspended particle matter. Here we can also use the term like particulate also. Particulate matter. Next, ozone pan. Here full form of PAN is peroxyacetyl nitrate. Next, smog. Smog is a composition, or smog is composed of smoke plus fog. Next, chlorofluorocarbons. Last one is heavy metal, that is lead. Lead is mixed as an adulterant in petrol. First one, we will start with carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is released by incomplete combustion of hydrocarbons in the automobiles. See, in automobiles what happens? Oxygen first filters before entering the fuel. Fuel will be burnt, or fuel will start giving the energy only when it is mixed with oxygen. But when oxygen is not filtered, or during the course of time period, when there will be some barriers or filters between oxygen entry and the fuel place. When those filters are clogged or blocked by any other reason, then sufficient oxygen cannot enter the fuel, so that fuel cannot be completely burnt as per required. So in such conditions what happens? There will be incomplete combustion of the fuel in automobiles. In such cases, when incomplete combustion happens, then water, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, etc. will be released from the fuel. Is released by incomplete combustion of hydrocarbons in automobiles, in the sense vehicles. Next, carbon monoxide, when entered into animal body, combines with hemoglobin and forms into a permanent compound that affects respiratory system. Name of permanent compound is carboxyhemoglobin. It first affects the alveoli of respiratory system. Next is about NO2. NO2 causes, as a pollutant, it causes irritation and inflammation in respiratory tract. Next one, SO2 is released from factories. This SO2 also causes inflammation, means burning sensation, in the trachea. That inflammation in trachea is similar to asthma. Next, this SO2, it is considered as a secondary pollutant. Next, SPM means suspended particulate matter. These are obtained by the breakdown of the solid or liquid substances, are the broken particles of solids or liquids. So, what are those solid or liquid types of substances that are majorly responsible for formation into suspended particulate matter? Those can be aerosols, quartz, next silica, iron, manganese. So these are some of the examples which are majorly causing suspended particulate matter. Why I have written this one? There is difference between particulate matter and suspended particulate matter. These are obtained by breakdown of solids or liquids. But particulate matters are naturally existed because if dust has come out, that is a particulate matter. That is not by breaking down of any large particles or nothing. Normally, because of the wind, soil will come into the atmosphere, that we are calling as dust. Particulate matter can be a natural pollutant. So, suspended particulate matter, this is released by or released from crushers. When large stones are broken into smaller one, then those places will be having more content of suspended particulate matter. So, according to Central Pollution Control Board, this is written as CPCB. According to this Central Pollution Control Board, one of the organization, particles, the suspended particulate matter or the particles should be of less than 2.5 microns in diameter. If any SPM or suspended particulate matter is more than 2.5 microns, then it causes major damage to respiratory system. If it is more than or equal of 2.5, then SPM causes very severe damage to respiratory system. Okay, respiratory system we have written. Majorly soft tissues in that area. So when it causes such major damage to the soft tissues, mucous layers, simple squamous epitheliums that are present there, then it leads to inflammation. It leads to inflammation of lungs. This is the severe problem caused by suspended particulate matter. Suspended particulate matter also causes premature death in infants when mother's body is highly polluted by suspended particulate matter. Then next about peroxyacetyl nitrate. Peroxyacetyl nitrate is a secondary pollutant. It is also affecting very severely the respiratory system. Next, in case of plants, the growth is stopped. Next about smog. We know that smog is a combination of smoke plus fog. And Delhi is the area once it was severely affected by smog. This smog majorly affects respiratory system. We'll see some of the points regarding this one. Smog is of two types. One is photochemical smog. Second one, classical smog. Photochemical smog is also called as brown air. It is also called as Los Angeles type of smog. Here, smog is considered to be very common in Los Angeles area. What are important from this sub-concept of smog? Composition is important, but when this smog is mixed with biosphere or atmosphere, then what are other pollutants added and causing major or severe damage? Photochemical, already we have written, no? Also includes ozone, peroxyacetyl nitrate, nitrogen dioxide, and hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are those that are having hydrogen and carbon as their elements. Now, classical smog. This is also called as London type of smog because this type of smog is very common in London. Now, along with the normal smog, that is smoke plus fog, it also includes suspended particulate matter and sulfur dioxide. Also includes other pollutants like suspended particulate matter and SO2. In India, this one is majorly causing, once upon a time, it caused major damage in Delhi. So we'll see those points. By 1990, Delhi, we'll write Delhi's pollution rank is 4th when we compare to all over the world. Next, so public protection is very important during that time. So, public interest litigation case was filed. In Supreme Court. So, Supreme Court has given one order to change all the fuel types in the buses that are moving in within Delhi. So, all buses within Delhi were changed with fuel that is CNG gas by 2002. So there was a good fall of carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide by the year 1997 to 2002. Here we will write, I think I have one more line placed here. So, by 1997 to 2002, there was great fall of pollutants like CO2 and SO2 in Delhi. Means mostly the pollution came down. So this smog majorly causes damage to alveoli. It majorly damages alveoli of lungs. Alveoli are air sacs within lungs.